Hello everyone, myself Megha Pathak from DPS Advani Lama Chowk, your bio teacher. Children, as you know that we have completed the syllabus, so from today onwards we are doing revision. So we will start from chapter life processes and we will discuss all the topics in brief. So first topic is nutrition. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is a process by which living organisms they obtain food or synthesize it for growth, maintenance and repairment. Okay, and mode of nutrition, a method by which living organism procuring food. Okay, so there are two modes of nutrition, autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? It is a mode of nutrition in which living organisms they synthesize food with the help of inorganic things. Okay, and green plants they are autotrophs क्योंकि ये अपना food खुद बनाते हैं. They are not dependent on living organisms or other living organism for their food requirement. And second mode is heterotrophic nutrition. So heterotrophic mode of nutrition in which organisms they obtain their food from other organisms. Okay, they are dependent on their for their food requirement on other organisms. जैसे or animals, all the animals are heterotrophs. So heterotrophic mode of nutrition is also three types: parasitic mode of nutrition, saprophytic mode of nutrition and holozoic mode of nutrition. So what are parasites? In parasitic mode of nutrition, animals or organisms they are dependent on other organism. Means जो organism है ये host body पे रहते हैं. Parasites they live on host body either inside or outside. So ectoparasites are the organisms which live on the body. Means ये organism के body के बाहर से रहते हैं. Like leech, mosquitoes, these are ectoparasites. And endoparasites like worms which are जो कि हमारे पेट में हो जाते हैं worms. So these are endoparasites. And saprophytic mode of nutrition in which organisms they are dependent on other organism for their food requirement and they are dependent on dead and decayed matter like mushrooms, yeast, जितने भी fungi हैं they all are saprophytes क्योंकि ये dead और decayed matter पे survive करते हैं. And holozoic mode of nutrition in which organism they eat their food. Okay, there is a mouth present in their body और जिससे ingestion. So there are 5 steps which occur in holozoic mode of nutrition. What are these steps? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Means they intake of food, they take their food from their mouth और फिर उसका digestion होता है and from digested food minerals and nutrients they are absorbed. And in assimilation these absorbed nutrients they are utilized by the body. And the last step is egestion in which the waste material which is undigested food is expelled out from the body. So these are 5 steps which occurs in holozoic mode of nutrition.
Children, now we will learn about nutrition in human beings. In human beings, holozoic mode of nutrition occur. And in this mode, 5 steps are there: ingestion, digestion, absorption and assimilation, and last step is egestion. So these 5 steps occur in holozoic mode of nutrition. In higher organisms like human beings, the nutrients are utilized in a specialized digestive system. It is formed of a number of organs. Now we will learn about alimentary canal of man. Alimentary canal, it is also called digestive tract. It is about 8 to 10 meters long. It is differentiated into different parts. What are these parts? Buccal cavity or oral cavity, and pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Buccal cavity is the space where food is chewed, softened and mixed with saliva. Its opening is called mouth. In buccal cavity, teeth are present in both the jaws, and teeth help in mechanical digestion of food as they cut, chew and grind the food. In buccal cavity, tongue is also present, which is a muscular flat structure and attached to the floor of buccal cavity. Tongue helps in tasting of food and mixes food with saliva. And in a oral cavity, salivary glands are also present which secretes saliva. Next part is pharynx. Pharynx, it is funnel shaped part where the food and air passages cross each other. And now next part, esophagus. It is also called food pipe. It is a long, narrow and tubular part. And food pipe opens in stomach. And you know children, it conducts the food by peristaltic movements. What are peristaltic movements? The involuntary contraction and relaxation of muscles to move the food, which is called bolus, downwards. एसोफेगस को हम फूड पाइप भी बोलते हैं और इसमें कोई डाइजेस्टिव ग्लैंड्स नहीं होती है, लेकिन इसमें कुछ मूवमेंट्स होती है जिन्हें हम बोलते हैं पेरिस्टाल्टिक मूवमेंट्स. और पेरिस्टाल्टिक मूवमेंट्स क्या है? ये इनवॉलेंट्री कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन है मसल्स का, जिनकी हेल्प से जो च्यूड फूड है ये इजीली पास होता है और स्टमक में पहुंचता है. नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज स्टमक. इट इज अ थिक मस्कुलर एंड जे शेप्ड स्ट्रक्चर. It helps in mechanical churning and chemical digestion of food. And it also stores food. And you know children, the walls of stomach have glands which are called gastric glands which secretes gastric juices. Now next part is small intestine. Small intestine is the longest part of our alimentary canal. It is narrow, coiled and tubular part which is present in the abdomen. And the inner lining of small intestine has finger-like projections which are called villi. देखिए जो small intestine है इसमें जो inner lining means अंदर से इसमें क्या होता है finger-like projections, और इन finger-like projections को हम villi बोलते हैं. And villi they increases the surface area for absorption of food. Small intestine has glands and these glands secrete digestive juice which is called intestinal juice. And children, there are some other glands also which release their secretion into small intestine, and these glands are liver and pancreas. देखिए liver जो है it is a gland as well as an organ, और liver bile juice produce करता है and bile juice is stored in gallbladder, and pancreas it secretes pancreatic juice. और पेनक्रियाटिक जूस और बाइल जूस ये दोनों ही स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में रिलीज होते हैं एंड दे ऑल्सो हेल्प इन डाइजेशन. द लेंथ ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन डिफर्स इन ऑल ऑर्गेनिजम्स डिपेंडिंग अपॉन देयर फूड हैबिट्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हर्बीवोर्स दे हैव लॉन्ग स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन टू फैसिलिटेट सेल्यूलोज डाइजेशन. देखिए जो हर्बीवोर्स होते हैं उनमें लॉन्ग स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन होती है क्योंकि उनमें सेल्यूलोज का डाइजेशन होता है. वाइल कार्निवोर्स दे हैव शॉर्टर लेंथ ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन बिकॉज देयर फूड इज फ्लैश विच इज easily digestible. And small intestine it is the site of complete digestion of food into smaller components. Now next part is large intestine. Large intestine it is called large intestine because it is wider in diameter then small intestine. And now next part, rectum. It is the last and broad chamber-like structure that serves to store fecal matter temporarily. And last part, it is anus. It is the end point of alimentary canal which helps in the exit of waste material. And this process is regulated by anal sphincter. Now let's understand the process of digestion in human beings. In humans, digestion is started in buccal cavity and completed in intestine. So in buccal cavity or oral cavity, food is chewed with the help of teeth and tongue. It mixes the saliva with the food. Okay? And salivary amylase present in saliva, it converts starch into sugar. But no digestion of proteins and fats occurs in buccal cavity. So digestion is incomplete here. Now in stomach, gastric glands are present which secretes gastric juice, and gastric juice has HCl, pepsin and mucus. Hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria present in the food, and mucus it lubricates the food and protects the inner lining of stomach. And you know children, HCl, it also makes the medium of food acidic. And what is the role of pepsin? Pepsin, it helps in the digestion of proteins. Now digestion in small intestine. Small intestine is the site of complete digestion of food. And secretions from liver and pancreas also enter in small intestine to help the digestion process. Here, food is mixed with three digestive juices: bile juice of liver, pancreatic juice of pancreas, and intestinal juice of small intestine. Bile juice neutralizes the acidity of food coming from the stomach and provides alkaline medium and emulsifies fats. And pancreatic juice, it has trypsin, pancreatic amylase, and lipase. And trypsin, it helps in the digestion of proteins. And amylase, it converts starch into sugar. And lipase, it helps in the digestion of fats. It converts fats into fatty acids. Intestinal juice converts complex carbohydrates into glucose. And it helps in the digestion of proteins also because it converts proteins into amino acids and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Because small intestine, it is the site of complete digestion of fats, carbohydrates and proteins. और small intestine में ही food का absorption होता है because it has villi which increases the surface area for absorption. And nutrients are absorbed by intestinal wall. And villi have the dense network of blood capillaries. So children, this is the process of digestion which occurs in our alimentary canal. Now next step is assimilation. So what is assimilation? Assimilation is the utilization of absorbed nutrients by the body. Glucose, it is used in respiration to release energy. And amino acids, they are used for synthesis of proteins, to be used as enzymes and in the construction of various cell organelles. Fatty acids and glycerol on reaching the cells are converted into fats. Now last step is digestion. Undigested food from small intestine, it is sent into large intestine where water is absorbed and undigested food is changed into semi-solid which is called feces. And this fecal matter, now it comes in rectum where it is stored temporarily and this fecal matter is expelled out through anus. And the exit of feces is regulated by anal sphincter.